Stop number 5 of Monster Jam The Long Game brings us to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia for one night of intense monster truck action. Welcome back to the Walker Williams channel, your place to go for all of the long game action. My name is Deli, and by my side once again is Jack. 70,000 fans have crowded into the triple-decker seats for the long game. 6 drivers have been seated into the racing bracket and are ready to do battle. Points are on the line.
And I can tell you, nobody is happy with these drivers ever having to deal with the S-curve at Mesa. I mean, they're not going to hold anything back this week, but man, they're really going to be able to throw down and not have to worry about wrecking so much, but we'll see.
Here's our full-on field of trucks. Danny Werewolf and Executioner took the racing victory in Fellsmere just a few weeks ago. Can he take back-to-back victories and keep the series lead? Trevor Alston is a rough rider in Blue Thunder. Already looking past his crash from a couple weeks ago, he's okay and ready to chase after the series points lead. But can he succeed in doing so?
I mean, look at this first round race right here. Mr. Destruction going against Executioner. We saw this in the finals last time at Mesa, and it was a wild race to say the least. Mr. Destruction did not get the finish, but we'll see what happens here. Jack Meredith really wants to beat Danny here and try and get a racing win.
Danny Werewolf Executioner is currently the series points leader in Monster Jam The Long Game, and going up against someone like Mr. Destruction, these both are going to put the pedal to the metal. Only one can advance to the next round. Who will it be?
Both staged, both ready to go here.
Ooh.
Executioner slow on the line.
Into the first and only turn in this J-Hook style racing. Who's it gonna be?
Here.
Across the finish line, it's looking like Mr. Destruction, Jack Meredith. We're going to have to go back to the replay for that one. What an incredible race between these two. This is how tight the competition is in the long game.
Absolutely, and I think that based on this replay here, Executioner not going to be able to get another racing win. Mr. Destruction, I mean, the door is wide open here, but it's going to be a tough road to get through all these other racers here. As you can see, just by about 2 tires.
It looks like Executioner did have a little bit of trouble getting past that turn, which is what gave Mr. Destruction the advantage, as Cora Solera in the Goldberg is the first one to line up for racing here in Atlanta, Georgia. Out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, he definitely wants to make his name heard in Hotlanta, and his opponent is going to be WrenchHead.com Jackson Meszaros. Can't get enough of this truck, just how beautiful it is and how much of a fierce competitor Meszaros is. When Meszaros hits the track, you need to look out.
And not to mention, I mean, Meszaros didn't get to race last time. You know, he's really gunning for a racing win this time. And Cora, I think, you know, they might have a better time on this course. The last course is really difficult to manage. This is only one turn. We'll see what they can do.
This is something both these drivers are very familiar with, but only one can move on to the semi-final round.
I like Cora there, not getting too much air to get a lot of speed off that first jump.
Oh my goodness, Wrenchhead on 2 wheels. Goldberg off course. Oh no! Goldberg is up!
Whoa, it's
into
over.
The dumpster protection. Goldberg. What a crash for Cora.
No control there. I mean, that first turn, it was all over. It was all Wrenchhead. But man, Goldberg, I mean, he tried to make as much room as he could, but now the race is already over there. Wrenchhead's been moving on, and see those front tires way up in the air.
At least Cora gets to have some sort of note to end with, especially after slamming into the dumpster as hard as he did. We'll have to make sure he's okay for that in freestyle competition.
And we have some Pro Stadium truck action as well. Darren Fry and Lil Beast versus Rory Campbell and On the Edge. Fry taking up the win, moving on to the next semifinal race. Thomas Ray White, the points leader in Twister 3, blasts past Ralph Massey in the first 2 jumps. A rough race for both of them near the end, but the points leader is going to be moving on to the final race against Darren Fry. Fry in his first ever final race going against Thomas Ray White, both dead even going to the turn, but it was all White as he came over those hills and managed to pick up the win in Atlanta. We'll see our points leaders here. Thomas Ray White in the lead with a 26, Jeff Hoy and Ralph Massey battling over second place with Rory Campbell and Darren Fry also trailing very close behind, but it's White's competition so far this season.
It looks like a rough ride for all those drivers, especially having to race on such a style like this.
Absolutely. I mean, we're about to see a rough ride here, I would think so, based on how the last race went between these two.
Trevor Alston making his first appearance of the night in Blue Thunder, taking on Jack Meredith in Mr. Destruction. This ought to be quite an interesting race.
Absolutely. I mean, Trevor Alston didn't get to finish the race last time. He wrecked. Now they're both dead even going into the first turn.
Oh, who's going to take the victory? Oh, no!
Oh, it's a great one. He's over.
A backflip
And he's
to
back
boot?
on
Are
all
you
fours.
kidding me?
I can't believe that's how you win in style.
2 weeks in a row has Trevor Alston and Blue Thunder taken a victory with a backflip crash. That is absolutely insane.
And he barely got those front tires on the cars. We almost saw a repeat of what happened, but he's been declared the winner. He's been moving on to the finals.
What an upset for Mr. Destruction.
And we see wrenchhead.com making his way back, coming hot off of that win of Goldberg, but Chase Sieber, Tropical Thunder, making his first appearance here. Gonna have to pick up a big win here if he can.
He's also making his televised debut, so that puts quite a bit of pressure onto him. This is the first time you fans at home are able to see him compete.
And they're both staged and ready to go here. Tensions are running high. This has not been an easy racing competition, but Tropical Thunder gets him off the line.
Oh my...
In that first turn, both trucks go way wide.
Cross the
making
finish
some great
line.
ground here. Whoa!
What
And
a
he's
way to
back on
end
all
it.
fours.
Wow.
I think it's fitting that the two of the trucks that are going to be in the finals both have crazy wins with crazy wrecks, but he made up a lot of ground. That horsepower really paid off. You can really feel those RPMs as he was gunning across the line. Chase Sieber just couldn't keep it the feet up.
Jackson Meszaros, wrenchhead.com, wheeling across the finish line, getting quite an insane crash, and having some of the biggest air we've seen tonight in the racing competition alone. So that definitely shows what he could be able to do in the freestyle competition.
And it's time for tonight's collision decision. Once again, going to Trevor Alston and Blue Thunder for crashing in spectacular fashion, beating Mr. Destruction earlier on tonight. And for those paying attention to tonight's jammer question, who were the only two trucks not to crash during racing? Comment below, maybe you'll get a cool prize, most likely a shout out in the next video. And speaking of which, Trevor Alston himself lining up to go up against wrenchhead.com in the final race.
Now here is where things get intense. Two of the best in the long game are going head-to-head for the racing championship. Pulling up to the line first is going to be Trevor Alston in the Blue Thunder, and he will be taking on wrenchhead.com, Jackson Meszaros. Let's go racing, Atlanta.
Man, you know Meszaros must be feeling pretty good here. Didn't get to race last time. Now he's in the finals. He really wants this win badly.
After an incredible crash from Alston, I'm surprised he was able to get out here in time.
Perfect turn for Alston. It's going to be all Blue Thunder here in Atlanta.
wrenchhead.com's a wheelie again!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Both trucks went crazy.
Oh.
Wrenchhead, no landing on his wheels that time.
Wow. Trevor Alston and Blue Thunder with the turn of the night. Wrenchhead.com taking that turn incredibly wide. Wrenchhead.com just all over the place after that ended.
Alston does a full 360 coming across the line. That's how much speed he had, and just Wrenchhead just completely out of shape here. Let's see another angle here. You see, all night those front wheels are going way up in the air. There must be something with the suspension on that truck. It's not handling those jumps well enough. And look at him just cartwheeling, pirouetting, and hopefully they can get that thing fixed for freestyle, because this is going to be a rough night.
Jackson Meszaros has been putting the pedal to the metal all night long, but will still lose against Trevor Alston and Blue Thunder. What a competition that was.
It was really great, and I was surprised. I mean, I thought this would be a lot easier, but these guys were not holding back one bit, and I think Atlanta, they got a really great racing competition here tonight.
Trevor Alston, Blue Thunder taking the victory here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the Georgia Dome. But we are not done yet. Freestyle is to come. Monster Jam fans, please enjoy the jam.